I went thrifting yesterday looking for pieces for this hutch. So I'm not even sure I found everything that I needed or wanted for this space. So we're going to look through all of the items that I've laid out and see if I have enough to get us going. Okay, here's a good look at the hutch that we are actually going to be decorating today. We'll be decorating the top and then all of the shelves that you see. Here's a slow pan of most of the items that we're going to be using. You will notice some of these items I showed in yesterday's video that I picked up at the antique store to use in here. But then the rest of these items are all items that I've already had for a very long time or that I've just thrifted recently, like that basket there. I just thrifted that very recently, so I'm going to use that. But most of these items I have had probably for years or even longer. So this is all the beautiful curated thrifted decor, again, that I've been collecting that we're going to try to use in here. I know that it looks like a lot, but I promise you it will probably all fit, because every time it looks like there's a ton of stuff and it's not going to work, it actually fits just fine. So let me tell you briefly about the hutch itself. So this hutch I actually found on Facebook Marketplace. I've never seen another one on Facebook Marketplace like it, so I definitely was so excited when I found this. I do believe I paid $150 for it. My inspiration for this hutch right here was one that I saw in an antique store that was painted like a light blue, and I think they wanted $500 for it. Well, that was just out of my price range. I wanted something that I could decorate and make it look cute, but also have it function with a lot of our food. So in the bottom, you will notice that it has drawers and it has cabinet doors. Those actually hold like snacks and food items that we have already opened, like maybe chips or crackers or something like that. So we do have a 4-bedroom home, and one of our bedrooms is an office. And in that office, I use that closet as our huge overstock type pantry. And that is where I keep foods that have not been opened, like canned foods. We keep like 2-gallon buckets with the sealed lids so that nothing can get in, things like extra flour and sugar and all of that. So the system definitely works for us. I love this. So let's get this decorated and show you how I use my thrifted hutch to hold beautiful thrifted decor and my food. I don't want to forget about my beautiful Wexford collection that also goes in this hutch. Every one of these are thrifted and I love them. I use them pretty much one or the other or several on a daily basis. So I plan to get more. Somebody said the other day in a video when I found one of these at Goodwill, they were like, well, now I see where the whole collection is and why I can't find any. But I believe this is a very small collection. So I hope to have many more of these. I'll continue to add to them. So as you can see, these pretty much all hold some kind of food that we actually use on a daily basis. The number one question that I do get with these Wexford canisters is, how do you know what's in them and when what's in them expires? Well, I just take a Sharpie marker and I will write on the bottom if I'm unsure. So like this is a pancake mix that could easily be mistaken for protein powder or just flour in general. So I will just write on there P mix, because I know that means pancake mix, and then the expiration date, just like that, the month and the year. That way I know this washes off so easy with a Mr. Eraser little scrubber thing. It will come right off. So that's how I do it. Now most of these items I can just look and tell what they are because I grab for these all so much. So this one is clearly granola. So all I need to do is just write the expiration date on the bottom, or sometimes I don't even put the expiration date on the bottom because I know without a doubt this is going to be gone way before its expiration date. So that is how I keep my Wexford canister things organized as far as what they are and when they expire. So if you were wanting to do some sort of little canister set like this but wasn't 100% sure how to tell what is what, that's just an easy way to do it. You could always make labels to put on different ones and all that, but if you, as you can see, the Wexford has, you know, like all these bumpy sides, so there's no way to like really put a sticker or a label on these. And honestly, I would not want to, because I love the beauty of the Wexford canisters so much. So anyway, let's get these in the cabinet and get them in place, and then we'll start decorating the other spaces. did want to show y'all the bottom of this one. How I did it is I did use a piece of tape. So if you don't want to write on your glass jars, you could put a little piece of painter's tape or masking tape and just write on it like this. So that's another idea for you. Okay, here's a lot of the pieces that we're going to use on the top. These thrifted crock bowls I got at a Goodwill, little garland here from an estate sale. Everything I got thrifting except for these hydrangeas and this little light right here. I'm not sure if I want to use this or not, but I pulled it out just in case. This thrifted basket, I keep extra decorative tea towels in, so I store those in there. And I think I will probably put the bowls back on top of that picnic basket. That's how I've had it styled for a while, so I kind of like that, so I think I'll just put that back. This piece here, my son-in-law Josh got me this at the Goodwill bins probably last year, and I like it just because it gives, you know, a little bit of metal and then a little bit of, you know, wood and black sticking out. So I try to just put that one in that little crock there. So let's get all this on the top, see what it looks like. Okay, I think I like this a lot. So I'm just gonna leave this alone just like this because sometimes I have a tendency to wanna work on it too much. It's simple enough. I think it looks very summery. So we're gonna leave the top as it is for now and move down to this other top shelf here inside. Okay, well, I lied. So when I got down, this spot right here is bothering me. So this is where I think I'm going to use those thrifted books. They have that pretty blue color in them. And again, I think they'll bring that cottage look that I like. And this just has like this empty space right here. So I'm just gonna slide these up here for now, I think, and then I'll get down and make sure I like them. Maybe scoot some of this stuff over. Okay, so now I think I like that a little bit better. I may decide to take the books down later. I don't know, we'll see. But for now, I think that's where they're gonna go. I feel like maybe they should be leaning up against the basket or something. I don't know. We're just gonna roll with it for now and work on the next shelf. Okay, here's all the items that I'm gonna try to use on that top shelf inside. Most all of this is thrifted except for the faux like stems. And then I think these are actually from Target. I have several like this that are thrifted, but these are smaller. And I do believe that I got these at Target if you are interested. So the piece that I'm using on this shelf that's actually practical that I've thrifted is this basket that I've got recently. And I'm gonna use it to hold several of my onions. That way I don't have to run back to my other pantry every time I need one. I just keep like 2 or 3 in here. And the rest of this is mostly just decor, except for this holds my sugar and that holds my flour. And I do try to position this stuff in a way in this hutch so that you can see it through the glass doors, but also so I can access things easily like my sugar and my flour, but so that you can see like the decorative parts of it, you know, through the glass. So the first thing that I want to do is position where I want my flour and my sugar, and then I'm going to put my platters in the back. So I think I'm going to put my flour and my sugar right about here. So the next thing I like to do is layer in the back. I have a plate rail back here with some of my beautiful thrifted pieces, which it is kind of hard to see these once the door is closed, but when the light hits it just right, it is so pretty. So I'm just going to place these thrifted platters. That's the one that I just got a couple days ago thrifting at Goodwill, that Homer Laughlin platter there. I really don't care that the plates do not match. That's perfectly fine with me. Everything I do in my home is a mixed match of curated things, so it's perfectly fine with me. So I do think I want to put a doily down. I probably should have done that before I ever put the sugar and flour in here, but I wasn't really sure where I wanted it. So I think I'm going to place it just right there. I don't want it to hang off too much, but I do want to kind of see it. So I'm going to go ahead now and put my sugar and my flour back and maybe scoot them back some. Yeah, okay. Okay, over here in this corner, I'm going to put this little thrifted piece here. It's like a little thrifted crock. So pretty. It kind of fills in the corner over there. And then this is where I just start layering in pieces until things start to feel right and start to feel, you know, like how I want them. I just start layering from the back and the bottom and just kind of work my way forward. Over here, I think I want to put maybe some butter pads. And again, I know the way that maybe I'm placing these things might not make much sense with these doors wide open, but with the doors closed, it does make a lot more sense, and that's the reason I position things a little bit the way that I do. If these doors were open and not on here, and I just kept this like an open concept, which I've thought about doing before, but I just haven't got to that decision yet. But with the doors closed, like I said, these items do make sense where they are. Let's move to this corner over here where I'm going to place my thrifted basket with my onions in it. And I just like the contrasting color here, and I like the texture of the basket with the glass and the plates. I think it works really well together. And then this was from a large stem of greenery that I got at Target, and I just cut a few of the stems off to place in different areas. And then just some more butter pats. And little birds. You'll see me placing little birds around just because I think they're cute for the summer. I had them out for the spring too, but I've just left them out for the summer because they're summery. And the last thing is this little brass chicken. I wanted something brass up here to break up a lot of this white and light, so I'm going to put that right there. I don't know if you'll be able to see her very good. So what I will do now is go ahead and shut the doors and evaluate where everything is kind of placed and see if I need to move anything around. Hello, Cinder. Oh, goodness. Hi, Cinder. Say hi to other people. Okay, so everything that you see left on the table is what's going to be used on that last shelf. And you're probably thinking there is no way that it's not all going to fit, but I promise you it will. Let me show you a few of the pieces that's actually going to hold food. So this is one of the ones we got yesterday. This is going to hold sweet potatoes. So this piece here is actually just being used as a prop in the back, like where the plate rail is, because I needed something to hold up this rolling pin. This bread box acts as storage for things that we never grab for, and we might just need to pull out once a month or once every 3 to 6 months. So that's what that's being used for. Another piece of that greenery that I took off. Actually, this is going to hold, I have some little oatmeal snack things that I like to keep in here so that if we need to just grab something really quick, if we're like starving to death or running out the door and need just like a little bitty snack, those fit pretty good in there. And then this piece right here I got from one of my daughters one year for a Christmas or a birthday present, I can't remember, and it actually is holding some of our farm fresh eggs. And then these little butter knives I pulled from the countertops. I had them decorated in a different little creamer, but I thought with all the butter pats being in this hutch that it would just be, I don't know, it would match better if these were over here with the butter pats having the little spreaders. So yeah, this is everything that we're putting on that shelf, and that's all the functioning type pieces that actually hold things and that are useful. The rest is just decor. Now the copper measuring cups, I pulled these off of my laundry room area, and these could actually be used, but I haven't used them yet for baking or cooking. I've just been using them as decor. And you could actually use the cutting board if you needed to, as well as the cookbook, but in my home those are just mostly used as decor. So let's get busy decorating this last shelf, and then I'll show it to you all put together. Okay, this I decided I wanted to put on the top, so this is what it's holding. Get these little oatful bites from Sam's, and I just keep like, I don't know, 4 to 6 of those in here at a time. I pull them out of a big box that's in our other pantry. I think I might put it right there. I think I want it like right there so you can see it. I may have to shift these two down just a little bit. We'll see what it looks like once I close the doors. Okay, so I did have to shift my sugar and flour down just a little bit, but that's okay. And then I had this stack of like little country towels that I want to tuck in somewhere. I thought about putting them back there by that basket, or maybe over in this corner that has nothing. So let me just see if I can position these in a way that looks cute, so that it could be like, you know, you're just needing to grab one out of here to use it, which, I mean, I could, probably won't, but I could. And this is what happens sometimes. You have to shift things around, y'all. It's okay. It's okay to have to move things around. Okay, so here's what we're looking like from top to bottom. I know it looks packed, but I like it like that. I can still get to my stuff. I did have to move a few things around, and if I want to grab an onion, I probably have to move that bird there to the right. But I just love the old country look of this hutch inside. I've already shut the doors and checked and tested that I could see all of the pieces that I wanted to be able to see, and I can. So I really like that I was able to curate all of these pieces over time and just make a beautiful space in my kitchen. And even if I wasn't able to find the 2 pieces that I added in here yesterday, I still would have had plenty of curated things to use and make this space turn out just as good. So don't feel like you have to go out and buy anything, move things around, rearrange things. You can definitely create a space with items you have in other areas of your home, or your stash if you have a stash like I do. If there's one thing that I do hope you take away from today's video, it's that you really don't have to go out and spend a bunch of money to make your home feel fresh again. Yes, I did thrift a couple new pieces for this space, and I love how they turned out. But even if you don't have that, you can absolutely shop your own home. Move things around, restyle what you already have, and I promise you, it can feel just as new without spending a dime. My goal with all of this is just to show you that you can create a home that feels cozy and beautiful on a really tight budget and still love the space that you're in. Okay, I will see y'all back here tomorrow for another new video. I was planning on filming like a day in the life video or a behind the scenes, just kind of a relaxed video for y'all tomorrow, but I ended up coming on a yard sale and found some of the best deals that I have came across in a long time. So I'm super excited to share that with y'all tomorrow. Thank y'all again for hanging out with me today. I hope it gave you a little bit of inspiration. We love y'all, and I'll see you back here tomorrow with a brand new video.